A very good evening and welcome you all to Jfsc. That's Premier League Season 5. And here goes the first ball. Gets the hit on the very first ball. There's a fielder at the short third man. Aditya, the bowler, for 7-11. And Karan and Ram for Aces Sparks. Aditya with his second ball. Just a touch onto it, straight to the short third man. A quick throw there from fielder. Good efforts though. Quickly came onto the ball just to throw that one, but the batters will get a single. Ram back on strike to face his first ball. Aditya to bowl his third ball. A slight flight onto that delivery, just guiding the ball towards that fielder onto that point region, and that will be a dot ball. Just a single run of the first three balls, and now he swept that one. That will be into the gap, and that will reach towards the boundary line. A slight fumble there from the fielder, and that will be the first boundary of the game. This delivered a slightly foolish, and the batter just swept it well, and will get the boundary. Cuts it towards the short third. This time he was much quicker on that. That will be a dot ball. So 5 runs of the first five, still a ball left. It's been a good start for the Aces Sparks. And pulled it away. That's in the gap. There's a chase between the fielder and the ball, and the fielder wins the race and he gets the ball. That will be a couple of runs to end the over. So after the completion of first over, Aces Sparks score is 7 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. Bharat, the new bowler, into the attack for the 7-11. Karan on strike. Bharat with his first ball. A dot ball to start the over. Just a slight punch onto that one. Played it straight to the fielder. Bharat with the second ball. Now he cuts. But the ball kept low onto that occasion. Third ball. And this time in the air. But that just fell into that no man's land region. It fell into that gap between the covers. The batter getting slightly lucky. This time a little bounce, just a punch, but the ball hit the upper this of the bat and it went straight into the air. But with oh, that's a really good ball. That just beat the batter there. It spun in quite sharply. Just a run so far in this over. Another dot delivery. Bharat is bowling into that stump line, not giving any width to there to the batter. Last ball. This time he drives it. There's a fielder. Will go get only a single. So after the completion of 2 overs, Aces Sparks score is 9 runs at a loss of 0 wicket. Aditya back into the attack. This time cuts straight towards the point region. That will be a dot ball to start the over. This time Aditya starting with a slightly quicker one. There was a much pace onto that one. It just went in fast there towards the point. And now that's been slogged. And that goes handsome for a six. That's an excellent shot. He picked up it really well. This time it was slightly full and he just logged it well towards that mid wicket and it went in straight up for a six. So a six of the second ball of this over. So 6 runs already been conceded. Aditya with his third ball. This time pulled it away. Didn't time it well though, but he will take that four. So back to back boundaries now. This time onto the shorter one, he just pulled it into that region. There were no fielders. And the ball just racing towards the boundary line. So now Ram playing up with the field. 10 runs of the first three. It's already turning into a big over now. Again flighted. This is high. And that will be handsome. Excellent shot. This was best of all of them. This one's again the floated delivery. Again full. He just smacked it straight high for a excellent shot. It's turning out to be a really expensive over. Just flicked onto it, the leg side and will be a single. 17 of the first 5. Cuts it onto the offside and that will be a dot delivery. So after the completion of 3 overs, Aces Park's score is 26 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. 17 runs came of that last over. It was a quite an over for the Aces Parks. Saurabh, the new bowler, into the attack, and that will be a wide ball to start off the over. Ram is on strike, who's playing 24 of just 12 balls. Saurabh with his first ball, and that will be a dot ball, just crashing onto his pads and then to the keeper. Ram did try to get that bat onto that one, but missed. Saurabh with his second ball, an excellent delivery, and that will be a dot ball. An excellent delivery, just getting the edge onto it, and that runs away for a four. That was an excellent ball. It did shape in, just getting that hint of swing inside edge, and the ball runs away all the way towards the boundary line. There's a quick outfield here, and it was a much quicker of all the one he has bowled in this over. But runs are coming anyway for the Aces Sparks, and they'll take it off that inside edge also. This time trying to bowl it slightly outside of and just missing onto it, and that will be another wide. So 6 runs already been conceded of the first three. That's a really good start there for the Aces Sparks. It's the third over, 32 runs already on the board. Saurabh with his fourth ball. Oh, a play and a miss. A Saurabh with the fifth ball. And this time he connects, and he connects well to send that ball all the way towards that boundary line. What a shot that was! He missed onto it onto the previous one, but this time he connects well. That was a fabulous shot. Just look at that finish from Karan. Just timing it beautifully. Saurabh with the last ball. But this time it was slightly fuller and will be a dot ball to end the over. So 10 runs came off that. So after the completion of 4 overs, Aces Park score is 36 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. Bharat back into the attack for his second over. Oh, this time he pulls it. Oh, excellent field there by the fielder at the boundary line. Just collected with that one hand. Excellent fielding. Just the timing to get the hand onto that ball. Excellent with that reflexes from the fielder. Oh, this is really good ball. The batter just had to go onto the back foot to play that one. So just a run of this first three. It's been a good over to start off for Bharat. Again, this time it's quietly. It was in the hands, but a slight fumble there. He's bowling much quicker. He's quick, he's fast, and that was slashed straight into the fielder's hand. Bharat with the fifth ball. This time much fuller. Again a dot ball. This has turned out to be a really good over for the 7-11. Just a single run. And Bharat with the last ball. This time trying to sweep that one. And that this will be a wide ball. So he has to bowl that one again. An extra runs there for the Aces Sparks. Or that's been left alone. So a dot ball to end that over. So just two runs came off that one. So after the completion of 5 overs, Aces Sparks scores 38 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. The new bowler Saurabh back into the attack for the 7-11. Here goes with the first ball. That was really quick. Doesn't waste time. Straight onto that money. Or this time shorter one. He's pulled that one. But he hasn't timed it well, but it falls in no man's land. That will be a single. He's quite quick. Saurabh with the third ball. This time cuts it through. An excellent field there. Dives it onto his right. Excellent effort there by the fielder. Much quicker, slightly outside of the batter, just open his hands. But an excellent fielding there. Just a single of the first three. Oh, just getting beaten by that pace. Another dot delivery. Just a single run of this over. And this time onto the legs. He just flicks it away. There's a fielder. And he collects it. Just a single. And that would be an over. So a dot to end the over. So after the completion of 6 overs, Aces Park's score is 40 runs at a loss of 0 wicket. An excellent ball and excellent defense there by the batter as Saurabh is back into the attack for his second over. The flow of the runs in the last 3 overs has been put on a break there by the bowlers of 7-11. Oh, that's a white signal there by the umpire. So an extra run added. Saurabh with the second ball. A much fuller. He played it straight towards the long off and will only get a single. So now the bowler is bowling to his field now. He's taken long mid off back at the long off. Saurabh with the third ball. And that's been slashed. Will will only get a single. There's a fielder at that extra covers. So 3 runs coming up with the first three. Saurabh with the fourth ball. And this time he's played it over the infield. Will only get a single though. 4 runs so far in this over. About to bowl the first ball. Ram on strike. There was a loud appeal there, but there was a height onto that one. And that will be a single taken of that one. It's spun in there. And the ball just getting the deviation onto that one. Karan back on strike. He's playing of 10 of 17. On the other side, Ram is playing of 40 of just 32. Mercy with the second ball. This time pulled it away. Oh, that will be a boundary. That went in really quick. And he smashed it really hard though. Excellent shot there from Ram. Okay. It was really good hit there by Karan. He slugged that one onto the leg side. So 60 runs on the board for Aces Sparks. This line of fuller, flighter, and faster. Straight into the keeper's hands. The batter getting shorter one. Again pulled it away, and that's a maximum. That was been really well hit there by Karan onto the back foot. Shorter one and pulled it back. Just the timing on that one was really sweet. Just middle that one to dispatch that one straight out of the park. So boundary and a six so far in this over, and a single of that leg by. So 10 runs, and that will be a wide. A fielder fumbles, and there's a race between the fielder and the ball reaches towards the boundary line, and the ball finishes first. So now the extra runs flowing there for the Aces Sparks. A fuller, and that was really outside of. There was a race between the ball and the fielder, and the ball wins the race, and that will be extra runs there for the Aces Sparks. The score moves to 71. Locks it this time flatter and much quicker there from Mercy. So it was really good comeback there from the bowler. And this time again, that's straight into the hands, and the first wicket is being lost of the Aces Sparks. And the Mercy, after being getting 15 runs of the first five, onto that very last ball, he strikes and he gets the man who is really going well now, Karan, just opening the face of that one, didn't time it well and straight towards that point fielders. And this time the fielder doesn't make any mistake. And the first wicket is been drawn of the Aces Sparks. And the partnership is broken. Abhishek, the new batter, into the middle for the Aces Sparks. Bharat back into the attack for his third over. And he starts off with a really good delivery there. The batter just getting deceived there. Ram was playing on 40 of 33. And to join him, there's a new batter in the middle, Abhishek. Bharat, a slightly filler, straight played towards the bowler, and that will be a dot ball. Another good delivery. Just the adjustment of the pace and the slow ones has been really good by Bharat. He knows when to bowl that quicker ones and when to bowl that slower ones, and that's been really good. And now again a flatter one. Again, that's a really quick ball there. Just different balls and six different balls there in an over by Bharat. He's not giving the batter just to get settled in that over. It does become difficult for the batters when there are different line and lengths and the batter does get confused. This time played onto the leg side. The fielder at the deep mid wicket and will only get a single, and that brings Abhishek, the new batter, back on strike. He's yet to face a ball. Still a ball left in this over. So far it's been just a run in this over. Bharat to bowl the last ball. Played it towards the offside, and that will be just a single. So 2 runs came of that. So after the completion of 10 overs, Aces Park score is 73 runs at a loss of 1 wicket, and that will be a times for drinks. after a short drinks break, and we'll start off with the Aditya bowling his third over. A chance, and that will be a run out. Excellent start there for the 7-11 after that short drinks break. Just trying to nudge a single, and they'll lose their second wicket. A slight miscommunication there between the batters. He was trying to nudge that one onto that offside for a single. That was a really good throw. The no signal came there from non-strikers, and the batter isn't happy, but he has to walk back. So Abhishek departs, and the second blood is drawn off Aces Parks right after that drinks break on that very first ball. Sumiran, the new batter, into the middle for the Aces Parks. Aditya with his second ball. Again, there's a loud appeal there for the another single, but again there was denied by the non-strikers, and then that will be a dot ball again. Aditya with the third ball, just opening the face onto this one. Another dot delivery. And this time he pulls it onto the leg side. The fielder's coming in. He does stop that one. That will be a couple of runs there. 2 runs coming off in this over so far, and a wicket. It's been a really good start there for 7-11 after that drinks break. Now steps forward, misfield, and the ball reaches towards the boundary line. Sumiran just getting into that aggressive mode. Steps out, sees the ball, just opens the face of the ball. The fielder fumbles, and the ball just races towards that boundary line. So 6 runs coming off the first five, still a ball left. This time again steps out, plays it towards the cover. But this time fielder does hold on to that one, and that will be only a single. So 7 runs and a wicket came off that one. So after the completion of 11 overs, Aces Park score is 80 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. Parikshit, the new bowler, into the attack for the 7-11, and he starts off with the dot ball. Oh, single taken of that one, and that brings Ram back on strike. He's playing on 41 of 37. It does need to accelerate from here now to get to that defendable total. Playing the 12th over, 81 runs on the board with a loss of 2 wickets. Parikshit with the second ball, played it on the offside. That will be a dot ball. Parikshit with the third ball. Oh, an excellent delivery. Loud appeal, and it's given in straight flum. And Ram has to depart. And it departs after well made 41 of 38. But that was an excellent delivery there for Parikshit. It was into that stumps line. Just getting in front plum, and the bat and the umpire didn't even thought of that when he straight away gave that decision. That will be a third wicket fallen for the Aces Sparks, and now we have two batters into the middle for the Aces Sparks. Parikshit to get that wicket of Ram. He was really playing well. He was getting runs. Could have been dangerous at the end. Atul, the new batter in the middle for the Aces Sparks. Or just opens the face of the bat, but the fielder protecting that one. So after the completion of 12 overs, Aces Sparks score is 83 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. The two new batters in the middle, but they need to get settled in fast and just get some boundaries at several intervals as it's 13th over, still 83 runs on the board at the loss of 3 wickets. Aditya to bowl is the fourth and the final ball. He played it straight towards that long off, just a single to start off the over. So singles and doubles will won't mind 7-11 at the stage. Or trying to go for the big one. A huge miss there by the batter. A third ball, just a single onto the top side. This time steps out and he does get some bat onto that one, and that will be an excellent boundary there for Sumiran. Steps out outside off and in the gap. An excellent boundary there from Sumiran. Just releases that pressure that was just mounting up on them. They need couple of those in the overs coming. Again, just a touch and we'll get a single. 7 runs coming so far in this over. Aditya bowling is fourth and the final over. He's conceded 38. Still a ball left in this over. Atul on strike, who's playing on 2 of 4 balls. And he smacks that one straight. A fielder there at the cover will only get a single. So after the completion of 13 overs, Aces Park's score is 91 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Just nudges that one for a single. Good running between the wickets there. Parikshit back into the attack for his second over. He got a wicket and just a 6 runs. 3 runs coming off the first two. Parikshit with the third ball. The helicopter shot just came in, but Played it towards that mid wicket for a single. He flicks that one. So 4 runs of the first three. It's been the 14th over. The score is 95 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Sumiran is playing on 16 of 11 and Atul is playing of 6 of 7 balls. Just opening the face on that one, on that offside, that will be only a single. Five of the first four. Oh, that's a play and a miss. A loud appeal there. Oh, he's excited off for that one. The umpire also got surprised on that one. A sudden appeal there. And he was much excited for that appeal. The umpire quietly denied it. So a dot ball. Still a ball left. And this time he opens the face. A fielder fumbles. The ball's reaching, but it won't reach that boundary line as the ball does get slow. Oh, another fumble. Could have been a boundary there for them. Just a couple of runs to end the over. 3 runs came off that one. So after the completion of 14 overs, Aces Park scorers 99 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Saurabh is back into the attack for his third over. Saurabh with the first ball to Simran. Oh, just gets the bat onto that one. It was just onto that leg side. They'll get couple of runs there. Excellent running between the wickets, and that will be a leg by signal there by the umpire. It was sliding down, and with that, the Aces Sparks score is 101 runs at a loss of 3 wickets, and they have crossed that 100-run mark now. We are into that 15th over. Oh, he plays it straight, punches down the ground there. The fielder coming off just a single. Or again, flex it onto the leg side. A fielder onto the mid wicket will only get a single. The ball again sliding down the leg. He's bowling onto that leg stump now. Saurabh with the fourth ball. This time full toss. That's a no ball there by the leg umpire. And they get couple of runs, and that will be a free hit as the umpire signals one free hit. They ran couple of one, got the extra of no ball. Still no boundaries, and 6 in this over, but it's turning out to be a really good over there for the Aces Sparks. First got that leg by double onto the first one. That's a free hit. And that will be a wide. That's sliding down the leg, and that will be a boundary. So all sorts of trouble now for the 7-11. As the bowler is just losing his rhythm now. He's bowling continuously onto that leg stump. This time going much wider onto that one. Beats the batter, beats the fielder, and the fielder too at the back. Gets 5 runs. Still a free hit alive there. Been It's turning out to be a really big over now there for the Aces Sparks. Oh, he slogs it straight. That's high. But doesn't get the distance onto that one. It just falls off the fielder. That will be only a single came off that free hit. 13 runs so far with still 2 deliveries left in this overs. That's played onto that offside. Just a single. Oh, that's a dot delivery. The batters didn't ran that one. Still a ball left. Saurabh with the last ball. Sumiran on strike. That's played straight. And that will be a single to end the over. So after the completion of 15 overs, Aces Park's score is 112 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Parikshit back into the attack for his third over. Sumiran does get the edge onto that one, and the ball just flies away towards the boundary line. That was a really quick one, and it does float fast there. There's a pace onto that one, just opening the face of the bat, and the ball just races towards the boundary line. It was quicker. So 4 runs to start of the over. So what a good start to the over. Sumiran is playing on 26 of just 19 balls. He has accelerated really well. Just getting couple of boundaries at several intervals. He needs some more. Oh, that's a play and a miss. A loud appeal there. That will be a dot ball. Parikshit this time just pulling his length real back onto that good length, and the batter just getting missed onto that one. Parikshit with the third ball. Again Fuller, he plays it straight towards the covers. That will be a single. Parikshit with the fourth ball. And this time that's been slashed over the infield and it beats the fielder and that will be a boundary. This time it's slightly on that outside stump. The batter steps out and he smacks it really hard. He smokes it well. It just bounces over just in front of the fielder and travels towards that boundary line. So two boundaries in this over. So 8 runs and a single. 9 runs coming off this over so far. Again, just opens the face of that one. A fielder there at the offside, just a single. Oh, that wasn't a single, it was a dot ball. So 9 runs with the ball left in this over. He plays it onto the leg side. That will be a single to end the over. So 10 runs came off that one. So after the completion of 16 overs, Aces Park's score is 122. Saurabh with his second ball. Again, trying to go for the big one, just misses. But there was a really clean sweep there. On that very first ball, it was straight out of the park. And that's a white signal there by the umpire. The batter had to reach for that one. So 7 runs. That's been played again straight this time. That's straight and dropped. So just a single came off that one. It was fuller, it was played straight. There's a fielder who's coming running on that long off. And now cuts it. And that's been cut well to get the boundary. This is turning out to be a really good over there for the Aces Parks. It did cut well there. Just finding the gap between the two fielders. And the fielders could just watch the ball going towards that boundary line. What an over. Again, he finds the gap and that will be a boundary again. This time he smacks it hard. Again outside of ball, he just smokes this one. And that will race towards the boundary line. So back-to-back boundaries in this over. This is turning out to be a big and expensive over. Therefore 7-11. Just a single. Oh, there are a couple of runnings there. Good running between the wickets, and this has been a really expensive over now. And with that couple of runs, an over comes to an end. After the completion of 17 overs, Aces Sparks score is 140 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Bharat back into the attack for his fourth and the final over, and he starts off with the wide. The pressure does get onto the bowler when you go for few runs. The other bowlers did went for runs, and that's reflected the scoreboard of the Aces Sparks. Bharat has been really good. 3 overs, just 7 runs with a wide including of this one. He's bowled really well. He's bowled quicker. He's bowled into that stumps line. Hasn't given any width there for the batter. But full toss this time, and that will go all the way towards the boundary line. Again, sliding onto the leg side. The batter sweeps it really well. And now it's all turning for the Aces Sparks. They have really got into the rhythm. Both the batters, Atul is playing on 25 of just 17, and Sumiran is playing on 37 of just 24. Just getting into that attacking mode. But was been really bowling well so far. Does get a ball wrong on that occasion. He slides down. Now steps out. Been straight hit there. A fielder does clear the fielder, and that will be a six. What a shot there from Atul. Oh, that's a boundary signal. This time he gets the ball into his arc. He plays it, slugs it straight just over the fielder. Just falls into that boundary line, and that will be a boundary. So back-to-back boundaries in this over. And this time went in for the another big shot. Does get the edge. But lucky enough, the ball didn't roll onto the stumps. Nine runs in this over so far. And another onto the leg side. And he just flicks it beautifully for another boundary. Another onto the leg side. He just had to flick that one. And it did bounce before that boundary rope. So that will be another boundary. He's getting hammered now. He's bowling on the leg side onto that leg stump, and he's getting the punishments from the batter. Atul has been really accelerated well. 33 of just 20 now. He's coming into the charge. And with that boundary, Aces Sparks run is 153. Oh, that's bigger. And that's best of them all. Excellent shot. What a shot was that. Fuller in the arc, this time smartly, and it didn't time sweet there. It was higher and handsome from Atul. This is turning out to be a big over. 19 runs with the ball left in this over. Atul is playing on 39 of 21 with the ball left. Bharat again in the air. Does it find the boundary or does it find the fielder? The fielder does make a fumble there, and that will be a couple of runs to end that last over. An expensive over comes to an end. So after the completion of 18 overs, the score is 164 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. That went miles in the air. It was difficult for the fielder also to dodge that one. But and the Aces Sparks crosses that 160 mark too. A single to start off that one. Saurabh is back into the attack. He, that's in the air and that's taken. A much needed victory. A much needed wicket there for a much needed wicket there for the 7-11. And they've drawn the blood. Another blood and it's Atul who has to walk back after a well made and a quite impactful innings. A much needed wicket there for the 7-11. A crucial wicket as the new batter walks in the middle as us. Sumiran still in the middle. Or much quicker. The batter went surprise on that one. He just looked back what just went past by him. Oh, he's bowling quick. He's played that one towards the covers. That will be a single. So that brings Sumiran back on strike, who's playing on 38 of 25. Oh, cheeky this time from Sumiran. And a boundary. Excellent shot that was, just shuffled He gets the bat on that ball, and the ball just races towards the boundary line. Smartly played there from Sumiran, and he's into the 40s now of just 26 balls. Who again tries to go for that one, but this time misses. Will get a single. So good running between the wickets there. The non-striker came in really quick. So after the completion of 19 overs, Aces Park score is 168 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. So an over left in this innings, 168 runs on the board already. How many more runs they can add to this total? So how many runs they'll add to that total would be a bonus runs now for the Aces Parks. Parikshit for his last over, and they start off with a single that brings Sumiran back on strike. Parikshit with the second ball. Oh, he's really bold, really good. The batter did step out and he smartly bowled it slightly outside, bowling really wide from the batter, not giving him any room there. This time he switches. He plays it straight towards the long off. Will look couple of runs. No says. And Sumiran is back on strike now. He's playing on 43 of 28. 170 runs on the board with 3 balls left in this over. Parikshit with his fourth ball. He slogs it. He covers the infield and that will be a boundary. Excellent boundary. Just opening the face of the bat and just clearing the infield. Oh, he does lose the bat from his hand and it just travels both the bat and ball in the air for quite a couple of times there. But nonetheless, he gets the boundary of that one. So 174 runs on the board for the Aces Park. Still 2 balls left. Sumiran is playing on 47 of 29. It's been a really quick fire now there from Sumiran so far. It's still 2 balls left. He does get that full toss and that will be a no ball as the leg umpire signals. That was a really good shot there from Sumiran, and with that 6 he does reaches his 50 runs mark. Easily shuffling onto that leg side. Does get the bat on that one and that's a 50. A well-made 50 from Sumiran. He did handle it really well after that opener's wicket fall and he has anchored the innings well and he does get a 50 of just 30 balls still. That will be a free hit and that's a wide signal there by the umpire. So a free hit stays with 2 more balls left in this over. This is turning out to be a really expensive over for the 7-11. Again clears the infield, again getting the boundary. Easy pickings for Sumiran now. Slightly outside off. Just opening the face of the bat. Hitting it off just a one hand this one. 186 runs on the board with still a ball left in this over. Parikshit to bowl the last ball. He's played that straight towards the long off. Oh my god! The goodness, when the thing starts going your way, it does go really well. And it goes wrong, it does go absolute wrong. The 4 came off that last ball. It was slightly off and played it straight. Boundary to end that innings. So after the completion of 20 overs, Aces Park score is 119 runs. 190 runs at a loss of 4 wickets. That means 7-11 need 191 runs to win in their allotted 20 overs, and we will be right back after an innings break. Hello and welcome back in the Jfsc. That's Premier League. We are start off the second innings as Ronak, the new bowler, into the attack for the Aces Park starts off with a white ball. 7-11 batters. Harpreet and Saurabh in the middle. Ronak with the second ball. He plays it straight towards the fielder this time. 191 runs to win in the allotted 20 overs. 1 run already on the board. That means 190 this time onto the leg side. It does clear the fielder, and there's a long chase between the ball and the fielder, and the ball wins the race as it passed towards that boundary fence. So that will be a first boundary, and what a way to open the account. Harpreet gets a boundary on the very second ball. Just a single of the third ball. So 6 runs already on the board for the 7-11, still 185 runs to win. That's a white signal there. And now he's coming over the wicket. Fourth ball, much fuller, straight play towards the covers. Again, full delivery. A dot ball to start off the over. Abhishek, the new bowler, into the attack for the Aces Sparks. That's in the air. And that's been dropped there. He does apologize. He isn't happy with himself. That was an easy catch there. Slightly outside of, he didn't time it well. Connected straight in the air. Just a single came off that one. 12 runs on the board. Just opens the face of the bat onto the offside. That will be a dot delivery. Just nudges it onto the offside for a single. Oh, that's the edge. But the fielder there, he's very fine of the third man, short third man, and will only get a single. Just 3 runs coming so far in this over with the ball left. Abhishek to bowl the last ball of the over. This time steps out, does misses, and that's a wide as the umpire signals. So he has to bowl that one again. 4 runs so far. Abhishek to bowl the last ball. A really good delivery. The batter just went on the back foot and gets beaten. Just trying to defend that one. So after the completion of 2 overs, 7-11 score is 15 runs at a loss of 0 wickets. Ronak back into the attack for his second over. Harpreet is playing on 7 of 6 and Saurabh is playing on 5 of 6 balls. So both have played 2 overs each. Or that's been played onto the leg side. And that does reaches the boundary line. He just flicked that one onto the leg side. Then thought of he would get a boundary. It's passed by that leg umpire. And that's a boundary to start off the over. So excellent start to this over. A boundary onto that very first ball. 19 runs on the board for the 7-11 at a loss of 0 wickets. Still, they need 172 runs to win in 17.5 overs. It's been really a good start for the 7-11. This time plays it straight towards the long on, and that will be a single. Oh, cut said there's a fielder will make a slight fumble but will get a single. 6 runs in the first 3 balls. 3 balls left, 21 runs on the board. Harpreet is on strike. He's playing on 12 off 8. Or excellent fielding. So that will be a dot delivery. All this time onto the leg side. He's pulled that really well. There's a fielder at deep mid wicket. Will only get a single. But that was been really timed well. 7 runs so far with a ball left. And this time he just flicked it onto the leg side and will get a boundary. So boundary at the start and the boundary to end the over. This time sliding down the leg, he just had to get the bat onto that ball. It was neither leg full toss there by Ronald. So a boundary to end the over. 11 runs came off that over. So after the completion of 3 overs, 7-11 score is 26 runs at a loss of 0 wicket. So after the completion of 4 overs, 7-11 score is 32 runs at a loss of 0 wickets, and the new bowler into the attack for the Aces Sparks, Atul, comes into the attack. Saurabh is playing on 12 of 10 and Harpreet is playing on 17 of 14. 7-11 still need 159 runs in the 16 overs. Atul with the first ball, slightly fuller, and that's been slogged straight, and that's straight into the hands of the fielder. So that falls the first wicket for the 7-11, and it's Saurabh who fell in for the trap. It was Fuller, slightly outside of a width given there for the batter, but there was a fielder at the long off. He timed it well, but he didn't get that distance to just go over that fielder, and that's the first wicket fallen. So Atul strikes on the very first ball of his over, and that draws the first blood for the 7-11. So 4.1 overs, 32 runs at a loss of 1 wicket. Saurabh, the new batter in the middle for the 7-11. Atul to bowl the second ball. Oh, that's a really good ball. It dipped in there, and that will be a wicket and a dot ball to start the Atul's over, getting the wicket on the very first ball. Oh, that's been played straight back to the bowler. Another dot ball. 32 runs on the board at a loss of 1 wicket. Saurabh is yet to open the account, and he plays it straight towards the covers. That will be a single, and with that single is off the mark. State 7-11 need 158 runs to win in 15.2 overs. They will need to accelerate at some stage. They need to get some couple of boundaries in, at the several intervals. Harpreet is playing on 17 of 14. He plays that straight towards the fielder. That will be another dot ball. Just a single have came off this over so far with the last delivery left. That's been played onto the leg side. Will he found the boundary? He does get the boundary onto the very last ball. And Harpreet once again. Just if we thought that would be a single run on a wicket, and he does the found the boundary on that very last ball. Just flick onto that leg side. The ball does the job as it reaches the boundary line. So after the completion of 5 overs, 7-11 score is 37 runs at a loss of 1 wicket, and 5 runs came off that last over and a wicket. A wicket onto that fourth ball and still last ball left in this over. That's a play and a miss as Mercy is in the middle for the 7-11. So after the completion of 6 overs, 7-11 score is 42 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. Still, they need 149 runs to win in 14 overs and they have lost already 2 wickets. Still, the runs are there on the board as we are into that 7th over. Though they'll need couple of boundaries in at the several intervals to keep up with that required run rate. Harpreet is still in the middle. He's playing on 22 of 17 balls, and Mercy is just in the middle. Atul, he's back into the attack for his second over after an excellent first over, a wicket and a boundary came in that last ball. He's back for that his second over. Atul to bowl his first ball. Oh, that's been played into the gap. Fielder does reach the ball, and that will be a couple of runs to start the over. Couple of runs came on that first ball. Atul with the second ball. Oh, that's a play and a miss. Stick to that outside of line. While length little much pulled back there, and the batter just couldn't connect onto that one. This time short delivery, played it straight. That will be a single. So 3 runs in the first three. That brings Maharshi on strike. He's faced just one delivery and is yet to open the account. Slogs it onto the leg side. That will be a couple of runs. Good running between the wickets and he's off the mark. So 2 runs coming off that one. So 5 runs in the first four. They need to find out boundaries. Or just opening the face of the batter. A fumble there at the short third and will get another double run there. 7 runs in the first five. Still a ball left. So running between the wickets have been really good between these two. Shuffles doesn't connect. That will be a dot delivery to end the over. So after the completion of 7 overs, 7-11 scorers, 49 runs at a loss of 2 wickets. Azaz back into the attack for his second over. 7-11 is on 49 at the loss of 2 wickets. Azaz with the first ball. Oh, that's a loud appeal there. But the umpire denies it completely. There was a loud appeal there. That's been slogged. That's straight in the hands. What a catch at the deep mid wicket. And the wicket's fallen for the 7-11. And they have lost the third wicket now. This time on the shorter one. He went in for that full shot. Didn't connect well. And there was a fielder who grabbed that really well. So the wicket was denied on the previous ball of that LBW. The bowler said, never mind, I'll take that off straight off the catch. It was really good catch from the fielder. So the third wicket falls for the 7-11 and it's Sehaj, the new batter in the middle. Another shorter delivery that was smashed for a 6. And this time the batter does get the distance and timed it really well. Onto the earlier second ball, that was a shorter one, but it went in straight in hands. But on this occasion, Shehez did clear that one. Another short ball, it's been played straight, and that will be another boundary. So a six and a boundary, back to back. This time, played it straight, and the bat fielder just couldn't reach there. 13 runs and a wicket came off that over. So after the completion of 8 overs, 7-11 score is 62 runs at a loss of 3 wickets. Atul back in the attack. He's played that straight over the bowler's head. That will be a single to start off the over. 7-11 still needs 128 runs to win in 11.5 overs. It's quite gettable if one of the batter does play till the end. He's played that straight, and he has found the boundary. An excellent shot on that leg side. That's between the long on and the deep mid wicket in the cow corner area. He flicks it well, and the outfield is fast here at the Fatima, and it does travel towards that boundary line. Sahaj is playing on 15 of just 4 now. He has accelerated quite well now. There will be a field change there. Atul with the third ball. Oh, there was a really good delivery. This time, smart there by Atul. He bowled that slower delivery. It was much fuller, almost that Yorker length, but slower Yorker. Atul with the fourth ball. That's high in the air. He gets the edge, but does fall in that no man's land. This time it was a quite quick. Sehez didn't expect it that quick from Atul, and it went straight in the air, but fortunately falls into that no man's land. Fifth ball. This time on the leg side, and that will be another boundary for the 7-11. This time it's Harpreet sliding down the leg and straight away flicks it. He does step out there, and he does find that gap between the deep mid wicket. So 10 runs already in the first 5 balls with the ball left in this over. This has been really good over for the 7-11. Oh, there's a loud appeal, and it's given straight away. And that will be another wicket falling for the 7-11 just in when they were looking really good. Both the batters were getting some runs, and Atul strikes, and he strikes it really well in straight plumb there. It was slightly onto that leg stump, but there was no seam or swing for that one, and it went in straight. and the umpire had no hesitation to lift his finger, and that will be a wicket fallen for the 7-11. Akash, the new bowler, into the attack for the Aces Sparks, and Saurabh, the new batter, in the middle for the 7-11. Sage on strike and is pulled it onto the leg side. There will be a fielder and will only get a single. And that brings Saurabh, the new batter, on strike to face the first ball. Akash to bowl the first ball to Saurabh, who is played that off to the back foot straight towards the long off, and he will be off the mark with that single. So 2 runs of the first 3 balls. Another flighted delivery, but that's been just put onto the leg side for yet another single. They still need 116 runs to win in 10.2 overs. They need one good partnership and a batter to stay till the end. The 7-11 to score that runs. He's cut that now. The fielder at the deep will only get a single. So 4 singles in the first 5. With the ball left, and after this ball there would be drinks. So the batter would regroup, reassess, and would find a new plan and strategy. And going into the last 10 overs where, oh, he's knocked him off. Another wicket falling now for the 7-11, and they are in all sort of troubles now. The wicket falling off to the very last ball. This time Akash Dill put his length slightly behind, and that was a shorter ball, and he played off to that back foot and clears that off stump. Excellent delivery there from the Akash, good thinking there. And after the completion of 10 overs, after the completion of 10 overs, 7-11 score is 76 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. and it's time for some drinks. And we are back after the short drinks break. Sanjeev, the new bowler, into the attack, and it's Saurabh and Akshat. He's walked in as a new batter in the middle for the 7-11. He's off the mark straight away with the first ball, and Sanjeev to bowl the third ball, and that's been slogged straight, and that will be a boundary. A slight fumble there. The fielder at the long on. It was really timed well. The ball did turn there. Yeah, it did turn. It got onto his legs and then it went to that boundary line. So a boundary on that third ball. 82 runs on the board at a loss of 5 wickets. Now this time pulled it onto the leg side. This fielder at the short leg. That will be just a single. Still 7-11 needs 108 runs to win in 9.2 overs. The required run rate is of 11.57 per over. It's gonna keep building if they're gonna play dot balls. 7 runs so far in this over. Sanjeev to bowl the last ball. Oh, that's been hit straight. That will go all the way. That will be a six. There was a really hit there by Saurabh. He timed it really well. So a six on that very last ball. So after the completion of 11 overs, 7-11 score is 89 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. Oh, that went in really high and it went in really long. Akshat, that was quite pitched up delivery and he just logs it high. That went in really high and out of that park for a maximum. That was an absolutely glorious shot there from Akshat. It was slightly outside of much fuller delivery into that hitting zone. So 96 runs on the board at the loss of 5 wickets, and Akshat is off a really flying start. 13 runs of the first 4. That will be a play and a miss. Still 7-11 need 95 runs to win in 8.3 overs. Or just nudges it onto the leg side. There's a fielder at the short fine leg there. Will only get a single. Oh, that's a leg by as the umpire signals. Or this time off to the back foot. Oh, that's a boundary. The runs are flowing, and with that boundary, 7-11 crosses the 100-run mark, and he just cuts it so well. It did bounced before that fielder. He was standing quite ahead of that boundary rope, and it just bounced in front of him, and it just went towards that boundary fence. So it's been a quite an over for the 7-11. 12 runs coming of the first five, still a ball left. 100 runs on the board for the 7-11. There's a quite a less dew here. Today we cannot see the bowlers wiping up the ball. So it does play the equal and a fair role for the both the opposition. A last ball of the over, it's played it straight back to the bowler, and that will be the end of the over. A good over there. So after the completion of 12 overs, 7-11 score is 101 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. Akash, it's Sanjeev back into the attack for his second over, and he starts off with a dot ball. Oh, he cuts it. That's in the gap, but there's a fielder at the deep backward point will only get a single of that one. 102 runs on the board at a loss of 5 wickets. Saurav on strike. He's playing on 13 of just 8 balls. Or this time flighted. He has played it over the infield, and that will be a boundary. An excellent shot, a much fuller delivery into that hitting zone, and just clears that infield. Just opens the face of the bat timely, and the ball reaches towards that boundary line. So the boundaries are coming for there for the 7-11 at the quiet intervals now. It was really well hit there by Saurabh. Still, they need 85 runs to win in 7.3 overs. 5 runs of the first 3. The required run rate is 11.33. This time he pulls it straight, and that will reach all the way towards the boundary line. The timing onto that shot was really well. Went on the back foot, just smacked it hard and straight, and the fielder had no chance there. So back-to-back boundaries there for 7-11 and Saurabh. He's playing on 21 of just 10 balls. And now the bowler is coming round the wicket. Oh, off the back foot. will get a single. 10 runs of the first 5. Now the every overs is turning into 10 runs per over. This is a good sign there for 7-11. 80 runs needed of 7.1. Still a ball left. And he has smacked. Really good pickup there. What an excellent pickup there from Akshat. That was really so elegant to see. Just picked up like it was nothing. An excellent pickup. And the ball just went in high. There was a really good shot there from Akshat off the very last ball. And that was really big over. So after the completion of 13 overs, 7-11 score is 117 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. 16 runs came off that last over. A big over there for the 7-11. So 74 more runs needed in 7 overs. And the required run rate has just fallen, or it's just dropped to 10.57 after that really big over. Akshay, Akash back into the attack for his third, and he starts off with a maximum. No, it does fall short there. Oh, he connected really well though, but it just didn't got the distance. It went like for a while it will go for a maximum, but it does fell short. It went in high in the air, but didn't got the distance as it would be needed for that one. Just a single to start off that over. That brings Akshat back on strike. He's playing on 20 of just 9 balls. The shorter one, and that will be a play and a miss. This time it was quite a quick delivery there from Akash. It went in rapid there. And now he's locked it straight towards that long on. And will be only a single. Saurabh is back on strike. He's playing on 23 of 12. Who didn't connected that well. He really wanted to go for that big one. Just a single though. So 3 runs of the first 4. It's been really good over so far there for the Aces Sparks. 120 runs on the board. Still 71 runs more needed to win. That been played straight towards that long off. That will be a single. And suddenly when the boundaries haven't come in this over, the required run rate has just been rose to 11.35. That's been played straight in the air. That will land in that no man's land, and that will be just a single to end the over. So after the completion of 14 overs, 7-11 score is 122 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. Just a single to start off the over. The Atul is back on strike is for his fourth and the final over. Still 68 runs needed in 5.5 overs. The required run rate has just risen up to 11.66 almost. It's reaching 12 now. Akshat is playing on 22 of just 12 balls and Saurabh has been playing on 26 of just 15. If both of them just sticks till the end and scores well, they might take the 7-11 off that winning line. On the other hand, the six Sparks would need regular wickets and it's played straight. Or it doesn't reach the distance. That would be just a single. So they are hitting quite well, but they aren't getting that distance. So the timing of the shot needs to be really accurate to get those big ones. As you really need at this time at 67 in 5.4 overs. And this time he connects. That's a sweet spot on that bat. It was a really good shot there from Saurabh. That sound of the bat meeting the ball was so well. Just look at that shot. He smacks hard and he smacks long and it's out of the park. So they have to get the new one. There's a really good shot there from Saurabh. It's 130 runs on the board. They still need 61 runs more to win this match. Another boundary coming off that Akshat bat now. This time it was just to open the face of the bat and that was a gap between those two fielders and the ball just racing towards the boundary line. An excellent and eye-pleasing looking shot there from Akshat on this really good occasion. 13 runs coming off over in the sofa with the ball left. Akshat is on strike. He's playing on 27 of 14. And that would be a dot ball to end the over. So after the completion of 15 overs, 7-11 score is 135 runs at a loss of 5 wickets. That's given, and that's a much needed wicket there for the assist spikes. Both were looking really good. They were charging on, and the wicket falls. The batter just thought that it would slide down and left it alone, but it went and straight hit the pads, and that was a out signal. So Saurabh has to depart. A well-made innings comes to an end. So the sixth wicket falls for the 7-11. Still 56 runs more needed in 4.5 overs, and a crucial partnership has been broken there by the six sparks. That's played it onto the offside, and that will be a boundary. What a shot that was! Excellent driven there. Abhinav straight away has gotten the charge. 50 more runs needed in 4.1 overs. Abhishek to bowl the last ball. That a play and a miss. So 6 runs and a wicket came off that over. So after the completion of 16 overs, 7-11 score is 141 runs at a loss of 6 wickets. Ajaz back into the attack for his third over. 50 more runs needed in 4 overs. From here, it's going to be anyone's game with with 4 wickets in hand for the 7-11, and 4 overs still remaining. Akshat is playing on 28 of 17 and Abhinav is just coming to the middle. He's played 3 balls and scored 5 runs. The partnership was broken into the last over. Saurabh just falling for that trap of that LBW. So from here, 4 overs, 15 runs with required run rate of 12.50. It could be anyone's game. Azaz with the first ball that's been pulled away straight. Excellent efforts there, but it will reach the boundary line. But what a way to start the over. A much fuller delivery, and that was been slogged straight over the bowler's head, just falling short of that boundary line, and that's a boundary to start the over. So 48 runs more needed now. Another one, this time on the leg side, and he has cleared the rope. That's an excellent shot there from Akshat. He is getting just started now. This time on the into that arc, and Akshat just logs it. So bounding onto that first one, and now a maximum. So 10 runs of the first two, and suddenly 40 runs required in 16.2 in 3.4 overs now. What an exclusive start it's been to this over now. 10 runs of the first two. Still 4 more deliveries left. Just with the third ball. Again he goes big. Does he finds or does it travels? No, it doesn't. It straight falls into the hands of the fielder, and he has collected and he has grabbed onto that one. And the Akshat has to walk back after well-made 30th of 19. It didn't. It would have got the edge of that bat, and it went in straight high in the air. And that was a really good catch till the last moment. The eyes onto the ball, and then just grabbing it beautifully at the end. A much needed wicket there for the A6 Sparks. A well-made 38 of 19 balls. And now we suddenly have two new batters in the middle. Harsh, new batter, walks in middle for the 7-11. Still 40 more runs needed in 3.3 overs. Slides down the leg, and that will be a wide signal there by the umpire. So he has to bowl that one again. So 11 runs of the first three. First a boundary, then a six, and a wicket. It's been a quite an over. And this time slogs well to find the boundary. Oh, Harsh has come to the party, and he has slogged that one, and he's off the mark with that amazing shot. Just a well pick up there by Harsh to find a boundary. 35 runs needed in 3.2 overs. The game is still on. The Harsh has given hope for the 7-11. What a shot that was to get off the mark. He plays that towards the offside. That would be a single. 16 runs so far with a ball left, and that's a wide signal there. So he has to bowl that one again. 17 runs coming off this over. This is turning out to be an expensive over there for the Aces Sparks now. Abhinav on strike to play that last ball. He's played that straight towards the long on, and he'll keep the strike as he gets the single of that last ball. So after the completion of 17 overs, 7-11 score is 159 runs at a loss of 7 wickets, 32 runs needed in 3 overs. The required run rate is 10.67 per over. It's Harsh and Abhinav. But what an eventful over was that. 18 runs and a wicket came off that last over. A really eventful over there by Azaz. Sumiran, the new bowler, into the attack now for the Aces Sparks. Oh, he starts off with the wide down the leg as the umpire signals one. And extras to start the over. So 31 runs needed in 3 overs. Oh, he's nudged that onto the leg side. Will be only a single. They're looking for two and they'll get one. Will they? Will they? And that's a wicket. No, they won't. And that will be a wicket fallen for the 7-11. They were looking for that second runs. There was a fielder who was coming from that boundary rope. He did really well to come onto that ball and a quick throw to the keeper's ends, and the keeper does the job, and that's a wicket fallen. So the eighth wicket falls for the 7-11. Now Aces Sparks just need 2 wickets to win this match. On to the other side, 7-11 need 30 runs to win in 2.5 overs. Bharat, the new batter, walks in for the 7-11. This has been a really crucial stage now. 30 runs needed in 2.5 overs. The two new batters in the middle. Harsh playing on 5 of 2, and Bharat to face the first ball. He flicks it onto the leg side. There's a chase between the bowler and the fielder. That would be just a couple of runs there. There's quite a chase between the ball and the fielders. So they get couple of runs onto that one. He plays it straight. There's a fielder at the long on, just a single. Still 27 runs needed. They need couple of boundaries in this over to bring that score down to 15, 16 in the last two over. This time he's pulled it. There's a fielder at the short fine leg. That will be just a single. 26 runs needed in 2.2 now. Still two deliveries left in this over. Just 6 runs coming so far with two deliveries left. And that's head back straight towards the bowler. That would be a dot ball. So two back-to-back dots to end the over. So after the completion of 18 overs, 7-11 score is 165 runs at a loss of 8 wickets. 7-11 need 26 runs in the last 2 overs. So the equation has boiled down to the last 2 overs, 26 runs needed. Bharat Harsh in the middle for the 7-11. Abhishek for his fourth and final over. He's bowled 3 overs, 16 runs given, and 1 wicket taken. So this is going to be a very important over for both the teams. Steps out and hits it towards that mid wicket. That would be just a single to start off the over. A much needed boundary there for the 7-11. The ball was traveling quick towards the boundary, and they do get a boundary. So Bharat with that crucial boundary. So 21 runs needed in 1.3. Still, they might need couple of boundaries in this over. And that's high in the air. Is it traveled? No, it doesn't. They'll get couple of runs. Excellent running between the wickets. 19 runs needed in 1.2 overs now. Two deliveries left. Bharat is playing on 9 of 7. Last two deliveries. Abhishek to bowl the fifth. He's played that straight. Will only get a single. And the 18 runs needed in 1.1 overs now. Still a ball left in this over. 173 on the board at the loss of 8 wickets. Abhishek to bowl the last over. 8 runs so far. Just opens the face onto the offside. And that will be a single to win the over. So after the completion of 19 overs, 7-11 score is 174 runs at a loss of 8 wickets. So that's all. And the equation is 17 runs in 6 balls. Bharat on strike, he's off 10 runs of 8 balls. 17 runs needed now. And it's going to bowl the last over from the Aces Sparks. That's going to be a really crucial over. But what a game that has been between both these two teams. This is on to that nail biting finish now. First ball, pulled it onto the leg side. They will look at couple of runs there, but they don't. That would be a single to start off the over. So Ajaz is back into the attack for his fourth and final over. 16 runs needed in last 5 balls. Again played it towards the long on. Just a single. So two singles of the first two. Still 15 runs needed in 4 balls. Oh, that's it onto the offside. There's a fielder at the extra cover. So 3 singles in this over. The singles won't do the job for the 7-11. 14 runs of the 3. Now they need maximums in the last 3. That's a dot ball. It was a quite slow delivery there from Ajaz, sliding down the leg. So now 14 runs needed in last 2. He's played that onto the leg side. Just a single of that ball now. So one ball, 13 runs needed. But that's been an excellent fight there from the 7-11. They did really come really close to that total. And easy stumpings there for. But that's a wide. Oh, the players are celebrating. But that's a wide delivery. He has to bowl that one again. So are we having some twist and turns into this? Also, the wicket has been fallen. There was a white ball. So one balls, 12 runs needed. Still, Sagar is in the middle for the 7-11. And that will be a dot delivery, and that just be a victory for the Aces Sparks. And the Aces Sparks win by 11 runs. What an match this has been between these two teams. highly competitive teams. They have been played really well. The 7-11 came really close to that total that Aces Sparks put onto the board, but in the end they fell short of 11 runs, and that would be a, a scintillating victory there for the Aces Sparks as they win by 11 runs. The all-round performance by the batting unit, and still in the end they get a thumping victory over the 7-11 by 11 runs. Thank you for the joining us, and we will be right back with more matches. Thank you and good night.